Hey folks, here we are at the Canyonlands National Park. We're here at Grand View Point, the main attraction, if you will. I'm standing right on the edge of the earth here. It feels like we're about 1,500 feet, I believe, above the ground on the canyon there. I'll show you here. We'll have you go right over the edge. So you see, I'm not lying. So we're going to explore this for a bit and we'll bring you along. So let's get to it.
An author who was a frequent visitor described Canyonlands as the most weird, wonderful, magical place on earth. There is nothing else like it anywhere. That is a perfect description for this park, and without a doubt the most amazing place I have ever visited. This beautiful national park, which was established in 1964, may not have the name recognition and notoriety of more famous parks, but will be right at the top of the list of anyone who's visited. A lifetime could be spent devoted to exploring this park, and you would never grow tired of its amazing vast views and its untouched beauty. I have been very lucky in the places I have traveled in my life, and when anyone's asked what's the best place I have been, this is always the answer. While most people visit the island in the sky, there are two other areas of this 530 square mile park to see. Both require long drives off the mesa and over the rivers that carve this beautiful sandstone. I personally have not visited these areas as of yet, and would recommend anyone who will be to fully research their trips, as this will be some of the most untouched remote areas in the United States. The most accessible and thus most visited part of the park is the island in the sky. This area of the park has plenty of hiking trails, arches, and maybe even an impact crater from a meteorite. Canyonlands is a place of relative geologic order. Layers of sedimentary deposits systematically record chapters in the park's past. Upheaval Dome is quite a different story. In an area approximately 3 miles across, rock layers are dramatically deformed. One theory is that this is an impact crater from a nearly 1/3 mile across meteorite from many years ago. There are hiking trails that lead to overview looks of Upheaval Dome, and also trails that go around it with no views. Make sure to be on the right one, as I unfortunately found out myself, but that only gives me more reason to head back to this amazing place. Most visitors are going to come to Grand View Point. This point is the southern end of the mesa that both Dead Horse Point State Park and Canyonlands called home. A beautiful hike is required to reach the actual Grand View Point. But for those who are physically unable to make the hike, the first section of the trail is very accessible with a nice path and railing overlooking a beautiful eastern view of the Losa Mountains and the tireless work of the Colorado River. At the end of this overlook are some steep steps that lead down to a trail that leads you to the point. These steps, like the most of the remaining trail, are carved out of the uneven sandstone. This may be difficult for people who have balance issues or other physical limitations. At the bottom of these stairs is the start of the hike of a lifetime. This trail allows for some amazing views from a great height. If you are afraid of heights, do not look over the edge. It is a 1,000 to 1,500 foot straight down drop. Be sure to stay sure-footed, as the danger here is very real. But the danger is worth it to feel and experience something many people never will. Then, at the end of this extraordinary half-mile walk is Grand View Point, and oh boy, does it live up to its name. Also, do yourself a favor and climb up the large rock splitting this point. I challenge anyone to find a more spectacular spot with its surrounding views and peacefulness that heals your soul and puts everything happening in this world and your life into its proper perspective. Everyone here visiting will have a different experience depending on what they believe and where they are in life. For me, it's very humbling knowing that among the vastness of this world, which this view wondrously demonstrates, the guy that created it cares about little old me. It's amazing to be reminded that even in an area so arid and barren, many animals call this home. Keep a keen eye open, because there is wildlife everywhere, and it is fun to sit and watch them while taking in all the sights around you. I have to wonder if they know just how beautiful their homes are and like sharing it with us, or are they just annoyed that all these humans here are taking pictures and interrupting dinner. This is the second time I have visited Canyonlands. This video was from September of 2020, and the wildfires were very bad that year and they were all over the western United States. The haze you see is lingering smoke from those fires. While there were no fires in the park, the smoke from the surrounding states settled in and prevented you from seeing the full scope of the vastness of this place. If you want, head over to my playlist for my 2019 Grand Circle Tour, where I made an almost hour-long video of me hiking this trail in the area with bright blue skies and no smoke to be seen. Make sure to walk along the western side of the point on your way back. Visible to the naked eye is the Green River, which has traveled over 700 miles from its source in western Wyoming. The river, not to be outmatched by the Colorado, has also carved an amazing area of its own. These two rivers, which makes life possible throughout this region, converge just 8 miles south of Grandview Point on the other side of Junction Butte. Although the convergence isn't visible from Island in the Sky, there is an overlook for those who want to see it in the Needles part of the park. Canyonlands will always have a special place in my heart, as well as anyone's who has visited. For those of you watching that have visited before, I hope this video stirs some of the memories of your trip here. If you have a favorite spot in Canyonlands, be sure to comment it below, as many others and I would like to check it out and to see it maybe someday. Also, for those of you who haven't visited Canyonlands before, I sure hope this gives you a good taste of what you will see when visiting the park and stir some interest in you making plans to see it. If making a trip out to this area, I guarantee you will not be disappointed. The time invested in travel here is well worth it. I would highly recommend to anyone to do all 5 national parks in Utah, which are a part of the Grand Circle Tour you can do of the American Southwest. Before this year is over, most every location on the Grand Circle Tour will be on video on my channel here, so make sure to use these resources to plan out your trip of a lifetime. If you have any questions about visiting or planning a trip to this area, be sure to ask below, as either I or one of my many subscribers can help you out. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this is probably one of my most favorite spots in the world. It's always hard for me to leave, but this park then becomes my motivation to get through the long, hard days of work and life, knowing that this will be here waiting for you and me to enjoy again real soon.
Alright folks, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you like more content like this, please hit the subscribe button. And until next time, stay adventurous.